Hi and welcome back to my final morning report chart appraisal on Wednesday the 6th of May with me, Rich Pro Market Analyst at Tantech Markets, and that is gold. And the gold chart continues as dollar yen does in this big range. For the past 8 weeks really, gold has been trading within this range between, I originally had it 1178 as the support, but then you had a slight breach of that on an intraday basis a few times. So you'd say arguably now that support comes in at 1170. However, I would say however, because I'm going to still say the old range is intact, and that certainly hasn't broken down in any way at all. I think the old range is intact because it hasn't had a close below that 1178 mark yet. And I say yet because it has tested it on a couple of times, but got very close, but not yet. There is a very slight, very slight bearish bias within this range. Nothing too significant, but the only reason I'm saying that is because we have had a few intraday moves towards the bottom of the range. Attempted breakdowns, but nothing too decisive yet. Pretty much neutral on the momentum indicators. RSI is sort of 48. Again, as with the dollar yen, as I said earlier, between 40 and 60 consistently over the last few weeks. That suggests again a very tight range. And MACD lines are basically neutral. Stochastics also very neutral, just towards the lower part of all these moving averages as well. So very slight bearish bias, but nothing too concerning yet. Now we've seen in the last few days a bit of a stepped advance, step rally since that low at 1170 that's came in, and that's sort of taken us up to 1200 big figure. Now 1200 big figure is an interesting level because that has been a consistent sort of pivot level in this chart over the past few weeks, consistently sort of finding resistance and support, especially in late April and again yesterday. So that is obviously a bit of a resistance in place there. So 1200 big figure is your initial line of resistance, and then you could argue then you start to play around with these resistances back from late April as well. So 1207, I think if the crosshair actually worked, that would say 1207. And up towards 1215, but I mean, just in the last couple of days, we do have this sort of slight sequence of higher lows, 1180 and 1185 pretty much, and again 1185 is a bit of a pivot level in the last few days. Has been, if I zoom out, has been a bit of a low on the sort of mid to late April. Again, forming resistance 30th and the 4th, and again finding using that as support on the 5th yesterday. So that is your first line of support, 1185. So watch out for that. But at the moment we're still slightly positive within this recovery. But as I said, that there is a very slight bearish bias within the daily chart. So mixed signals pretty much all over. Pretty much just suggesting a continuation of the range, and I think if you had a continuation of this rally back towards that 1200 mark, I'd be saying that was probably an area which you could start to think about sell signals once again. So just a continuation of this range, but playing within the range, it's not easy, but I think finding a sell signal around that 1200 mark may well be an idea. Because as I said, this range does have a very slight bearish tilt to it. So I wish you good luck in your trading on gold today. I wish we had more of an indication of where gold was going and a bit of direction, but that would be sort of seen if you sort of close below 1178, but confirmed on a close below 1170 or above 1224. So good luck in your trading on gold, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Thank you.